Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our Day 7 review of Euro 2020. Yes, we have done a week of this now and it brings us up to Day 8 today and England's second game. But we're going to look at what went on yesterday and we have more teams, more countries qualified for that round of 16. Some decisive action in the second set of games in groups B and C. There were your results. Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 1, Denmark 1, Belgium 2, Netherlands 2, Austria 0. We'll have a look game by game and we'll look at the tables at the end of the video. Okay, get your comments in as we go. First game was Ukraine versus North Macedonia, and the North Macedonians fall to a second successive defeat against the great Andriy Shevchenko's. Ukraine, Bushan in goal for them. Mykolenko, Matvienko, Zabarny and Karavayev across the back. Zinchenko, Stepanenko, Shaparenko across the midfield, Malinovsky, and in the goals again, Yaremchuk and Yarmolenko up front. 4 goals for the Ukraines now, split 2-2, so they have golden boot pretenders here. Let's see how deep they can get in the tournament though first. For the North Macedonians, as we say, second straight defeat, Dimitrevski in goal, Ristovski, Velkovsky and Musliu across the back. Nikolov and Leeds United's Alioski at wing-backs, Ademi, Spiroski, Bardi, Elmas and the evergreen Goran Pandev up the top. Here's what happened in the game, and it's a double hit in the first half for the Ukrainians. It's Yarmolenko, first of all, on the back post from a corner. He just manages to squidge it in, like underneath the keeper's feet, actually, as it happens. Just a flick on the near post. Set play 1-0. You can see 28 up on the clock there. 33 just 5 minutes later. They completely lose. Yaremchuk's a good finish, isn't it? He's 1v1. He's hot favourite, but he slides that in to the keeper's left. 2-0. Mountain to climb. But here's the lifeline. Clever one from Pandev here. Definitely draws the foul, doesn't he? Just gets there first. You can see the contact there. Penalty to the North Macedonians, which Alioski sees saved. Everyone's missing penalties. And he volleys, or half volleys rather, the rebound in to bring us back to 2-1. The North Macedonians cannot get the equaliser. And there's the VAR output for another penalty. Handball in there. But this one also is missed. So maybe Gareth Bale can rest a little bit easier now. Lots of penalties getting missed. No shootouts yet, but yeah, bring on the pain. Ukraine 2, North Macedonia 1. The numbers, the XG, always a little disparity between info goal and SofaScore, but very high for the Ukraine. We've got 3.66 and 3.7, so we'll call it around 3.7 for the Ukrainians. But look, pretty high as well for the Macedonians, 1.5. Very open again, the Ukraine, who lost their first game 3-2. And they do appear to have a couple of informed goal scorers in Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk. 6 big chances they created and missed. So maybe I'm contradicting myself in the next breath by saying not necessarily taking all their chances, but they did create them, didn't they, for sure. We'll look at the tables at the end of the video, but not good for North Macedonia, as you can imagine. A second straight defeat for them in their first tournament. Right, off we go now. Let me get my group numbers correct. Back to Group B now. And this is the catch-up game. We had one Group B game yesterday. It was Finland and Russia. This is Denmark versus Belgium off in Copenhagen. There's your Danish team. Schmeichel, Christensen, Kjær, Vestergaard, Mahler and Vass, the wing-backs, Højbjerg and Delaney, Damsgaard, Braithwaite and Youssef Poulsen against the world number ones, which I'm going to say every time to describe them. The Belgians, Courtois, Alderweireld, Denayer, Vertonghen, Meunier, Hazard, Dendoncker, Tielemans, Carrasco, Mertens, Lukaku. It's a stacked lineup. Need to remember Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard on the bench, and they are going to need them because honestly, Denmark could have been out of sight at half-time in this one. They take the lead earlier. Dreadful ball by Denayer out of defence. Palston by Højbjerg, plays into Poulsen. Nice finish, keep it low, find the corner. 1-0 in 1 minute and 40 seconds there. I suppose probably 1 minute 39 when it actually went in. Took me a second to look at the clock, looking at what's going on up there. Nice finish by Poulsen. They could not get the second goal in the first half, the Danes. And they were left to pay, weren't they? Because on comes the brilliant Kevin De Bruyne at half-time. And it's just virtuoso stuff from De Bruyne, who just turns the game, doesn't he? Great power from Lukaku, but you can see De Bruyne in the picture. Looks like he's just out for a jog. He takes the ball, suckers in 2 Danish defenders there. Little lay across the box, having knocked everybody over like a 10-pin bowling rack or whatever. Squares it across and Torgan Hazard knocks it in. You knew it was coming, didn't you? The Danes didn't get that second goal, and De Bruyne's quality, Lukaku's power as well, just too much. And, I mean, what can you say? Great from Lukaku again in the first instance, across the box, but what about the shot? Left foot, first time, arrow in, feels like it hovers an inch off the ground the whole way, starts outside the post, curves in, really fierce shot as well. First time, left foot. He's so two-footed as well. Just outstanding cameo from De Bruyne to turn the game 2-1 Belgium. And let's just say now, MVP for day 7 is Kevin De Bruyne. Let me know if you think differently in any of the 3 games who your MVP is. Can be a manager, can be a country or a player. We'll go for Kevin De Bruyne. I think after that sensational cameo. However, look how close the Danes went. Braithwaite, header. You can't see him in the picture, can you? He's probably about 8-10 yards from goal. Loops it to the far corner. Courtois done. Look at him. Hits the top of the bar and the post combined. And, yeah, it just was not going to be their day, Denmark. And a second straight defeat for the Danes. 1.66 on the XG for the Danes to 0.88. Infogol's got them even higher at 1.99. And they've gone under 2-1. One big chance to 2, though, for the Belgians in their favour. It was an odd one, wasn't it? You could sense in Copenhagen and the emotions of the stadium, the energy of the Danes and a great first half performance, the early goal. You could sense there was something there. But, and we said it repeatedly in the stream, they needed the second goal, didn't they? They didn't get it. And Roberto Martinez goes to a world-class substitute who we assume is now going to be fit. Although they could rest him. When we look at the tables, you'll see why in the third game. But yes, De Bruyne leaves his mark heavily on Denmark, who you have some sympathy for. It's been an emotional tournament for them. Would they have lost to Finland were it not for the big suspension of the game when Christian Eriksen sadly collapsed? I don't know. And, you know, would things be looking a lot differently now? Who can say for the Danes, but we'll confirm their fate when we look at the tables. It was Denmark 1, Belgium 2. And finally, the third game of the day in the evening, Netherlands v Austria. Basically, winner qualified in this one, and the Netherlands get the win 2-0. Stecklenburg in goal. Blind, the return of De Ligt, De Vries. Wingbacks, Dumfries and Van Aanholt. De Jong, De Roon, Wijnaldum, Depay, Weghorst up top for the Austrians. Backman, Dragovic, Hinteregger. We wondered where David Alaba would pop up today, or yesterday even. Middle of a back three. He just gets everywhere, doesn't he? Schlager, in front with Lima and Sabitzer ahead of him. Ulmer and Liner wide. Baumgartner, Gregorich. Looks like the Austrians were trying to match up with the Dutch shape-wise on the pitch there. And the excellent David Alaba actually concedes a penalty within about 10 minutes. You can see there Dumfries just gets the run on him. It's heavy touch by Alaba in the first, but it's actually quite poor, isn't it? And I think they've got him banged to rights there. Treads on the foot of Dumfries. We know you're going to get a penalty for that in this day and age. I sound like an old man, don't I? Memphis Depay gets his first of the tournament. Shoves that one into the corner from the spot with the right foot. First goal for Depay. There's been a lot of chit-chat around Depay looking at the group about a possible good tournament and some goals flying in. There's the first one, he'll hope, of many more in this tournament. He should have had a second one, shouldn't he, guys? Look at that. Weghorst, okay, he gives him a bouncing ball, but yeah, what a miss. Arriving in that 6-yard box on the back stick, and he can't sort his feet out to cope with the bounce. Maybe he just needs to jump a little bit, side foot it in, but he scoops it wide. Big miss by Depay. The Austrians, though, just didn't really create a lot, did they? Throughout the game, frankly. Wijnaldum there, chance for him. Could he have got a better connection there and found the corner? Is that Ulmer in the box there? Makes the block. And Netherlands really not tested too much, I have to say. Great nod back from the corner there. Weghorst, you would think, is he going to stick that one in the back of the net? The big guy from inside the 6-yard box. It's a decent save by Backman, but he doesn't quite find the corner. Look, they do have a man covering on the line as well. However, substitute Marlon comes on, runs it through from halfway, pings it across to Dumfries, and that is the second goal of the tournament for the right wing-back of the Dutch. Go on, Denzel Dumfries. 2 goals for him. Brilliant stuff. And that was really game over, wasn't it? And you take my point there. Look, 0.68 or 0.72, depending on which model you want to trust there on the XG for the Austrians. And look at the shot map for the Dutch. They created loads, 5 big chances to 1, 14 shots to 9, only 1 shot on target, which I believe was a header from one of the subs from the Austrians. And that is a viable victory for the Dutch. I have to say, they look very, very open though. They could have a high-scoring win or a high-scoring exit in the round of 16, but they're very good to watch. The wing-backs miles up the pitch. Wijnaldum bombing forward the whole game. Depay dropping in short. 3 centre-halves. Let's see what... I hate to say this. Let's see what happens when they come up against one of the big boys, which they inevitably, I can't say will. Now, because they're through, let's just look at the Belgians first. So I was having to get my head around this. It's head-to-head in the Euros. So the Belgians have qualified because they've already beaten the Russians, which means the Russians can't finish higher than the Belgians. Only the Finns can. If the Finns beat the Belgians in the last game, they could top the group, providing the Russians don't beat the Danes, of course. But either way, Belgium are through to the knockouts, and Denmark down the bottom there, of course, have now lost to Finland and lost to Belgium. So they're not quite home yet. If the Danes can beat the Russians in the last game heavily, we're talking 4-5-6-0 here, or by 4-5-6 goals, they could go to 3 points and have some kind of chance of getting one of those third places, but would need to be a gigantic win. So well done, Belgium. Group B looks like it's going to be won by the Belgians, who will then get third place of A, D, E, or F. I don't know whether we just go through in that order. We will find out over the next week who's going to finish where and what the goal differences and the points are going to be, etc. Netherlands have also qualified. 6 points for them. And obviously victories against Ukraine and Austria mean even if there's a victory in the last game for either of those, they play each other. They can't finish above. And obviously two of them can't finish above because they both play each other, despite the fact, even if they could both win, they've both lost their head-to-head with the Netherlands. So, long and short of it, Netherlands have qualified. North Macedonia in the same position as Denmark, of course. The North Macedonians play the Netherlands. So, again, you'd look at the Netherlands playing the reserves, having a couple of players sent off possibly, and a 5-6, 7-0 win for the North Macedonians is what they need to qualify. Yeah, I think we're in the realms of fantasy a little bit there. So look, well done Belgium and well done Netherlands that joined the Italians. So the big boys, all the first three to qualify, you call the big boys, all getting through there. Just wanted to, I've got the top scorers up here. Now on 2 goals, Dumfries, who we mentioned, brilliant at fullback. Lukaku, Immobile, Yaremchuk and Yarmolenko of the Ukraine, all on 2. Locatelli, a midfielder as well. Ronaldo and Schick, all on 2 goals in the tournament. Good golden boot race. Who can get to, what is it normally? 5 or 6, isn't it? Who can get to 5 or 6 across the tournament? Who was it? Just Fontaine for France? He scored like 10 or something. Actually, Ronaldo, original Ronaldo in 2002, get 8 or 9 or something. I can't remember. You do sometimes get some freak show performances of a great quality, don't you, on these top scorers? And here we go. Today, Sweden v Slovakia, which I will not be doing a watch along on. So you can join me, though, at 5 o'clock. We're watching both the Group D games on the channel. Croatia, Czech Republic. Croatia on 0 points, Czechs on 3. And then the gargantuan matter that is England versus Scotland at Wembley. And I'm in Bedfordshire, so we're not miles away. Pouring down with rain here. So, yeah, we might get some very English weather in that one as well. I cannot wait. Come and join me at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. We've already put up on the channel a great chat I had with Hodgie the Hack, great Scottish journalist and Scotland fan, frankly, speaks with great passion. That's up. There's a 58 minutes, I think, preview. We're only going to do 20 minutes, and we went chapter and verse on England versus Scotland. So go and check that out if you want to get yourself hyped up a little bit more before the game. Right, thank you everybody for watching. That was our Day 7 review now. The action kicks on. We've done 13 watch-alongs so far. 2 more today will take us up to 15. You love to see it. Right, I've had my say. Now you have yours in the comments. Please do let me know your MVP for yesterday. Mine was, very predictably, Kevin De Bruyne. That's Day 7 covered. And let's get into Day 8 now. And we're going to get more nervous as England fans here during the day. Thank you everybody for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.